The negative may talk about how they're trying to keep the rights of people, but if in the process of keeping the rights of people they're taking away the rights of people, then they have no arguments to begin with. Because if you're taking away the rights of people and trying to keep the rights of people at the same time, you're contradicting yourself and doing absolutely nothing to begin with. Thus, the negative has no offense in the round to begin with. Now, moving on to the affirmative case. The affirmative would like to say that if it's a serious problem, we're doing nothing about it, then that's immoral. That's one piece of offense for the judge to consider. Then, if we are, then to move on, if the court can't handle them and we're allowing this to happen, we're still being immoral because because inaction is just as much a moral decision as action is to begin with. So by doing nothing, we are actually violating our own morality. Then all his rights claims are turned by my third contention of paternalism, which states that paternalism is the serious problem. It leads to all the bad consequences, and if we allow paternalism to take place in a court system that is inherently paternalistic, then we are in fact allowing and justifying these rights to be taken away. Thus, unless you vote on paternalism itself, you're not being moral in the round. Thus, upholding morality in the round is to vote affirmative. So review the case. His observation one, his negate analysis, does not matter whatsoever in this round because he has no offense and I have offense to begin with. To review, what this means is all his contentions of they're not moral yet doesn't matter because by doing that he's disrespecting morality. And all his long-term quality, his racism, it doesn't matter because that's turned by the paternalism. And he's saying that recidivism, I repeat again, that the recidivism claims are still bad empirics, even if it's one person saying that that doesn't stop it from meaning that the people in this aren't the worst of the worst criminals that are going to go back anyway. So what this comes to is my opponent has no offense and no ground in this debate. However, the key voting issue right now is one, the paternalism that is keeping all the forms of racism and not respecting the persons away, along with the fact that we need to help the people by doing something about what is the serious problem of juvenile crime, by using systems that increase deterrence, by giving people a court penalty of more than 1 year at a time, and we need to be able to have some form of change in the round. That gives me two clear pieces of offense while my opponent has none, along with the fact that a jury is inherently less racist than one person, which helps my due process offense. That gives me three pieces of offense while my opponent has no offense. Thus, the judge must morally affirm in this round.
James?